Welcome back, everybody, to the Colorado Rockies franchise on MLB The Show 21. We're fresh off being no-hit by Zach Gallen, but it's time to move forward as the Rockies take on the Pittsburgh Pirates. In this first game, we are playing on Jackie Robinson Day, and we have Austin Gomber making his second start of the year, and I felt like his first start went really well last episode. I pulled him a bit early because it was a pinch hit scenario. I thought we had to bring in somebody off the bench, but I wanted to get more games in with him because I felt like in the spring he showed promise as well as his first big league start this season. In that start, he gave up just one run on a solo homer on a curveball he missed, similar to this one, but it's not hit well enough. It's the first out of the game. Next up, facing Harrison Bader, two former Cardinals going head-to-head. 0-2. Can't get the call on the fastball. 1-2. This time going to the slider. That misses low. Count runs full. And he got him with the changeup. I feel like the go-to pitches for Gomber are going to be that changeup and the slider more so than the curveball. Although that's the best curveball I've seen from him so far, and we'll go to the same spot with the slider. Gomber, 2 strikes on Colin Moran, and a slider on the outside corner. Filthy stuff from Gomber in the first. A 0 on the board as we go bottom 1. The offense really hasn't been where I wanted it to be early in the season, but Brian Reynolds is off to the best start, hitting .342, now facing his former team following the trade from last season, and he is retired by JT Ginn, a young starting pitcher here for the Pirates. 2 down for Rafael Devers. We've seen him go yard a couple times, but hitting just .156, and he can't check his swing here as Ginn ends the first with a strikeout, and we'll head to the second. Keep Brian Hayes right back up the middle. Great play by Gomber. Nice stop. Next up, Yairo Munoz with a line drive down the right field line. And this will get into the corner all the way to the wall. And Munoz does not stop at second. He wants 3, and he gets it. A 1-out triple here in the second. That brings up Franklin Labor. And this one's going down the left field line. A run scores for the Pirates. This also reaches the wall. Back-to-back extra base hit for the Pirates as they take the early lead. Nick Gonzalez next, and this one gets away from Dom Nunez as Labor takes third base. That's a wild pitch for Gomber. And then Gonzalez pops this one up. Rafael Devers, edge of the dirt. And I really don't know what happened here. But that ball touches down. A run scores. Gonzalez to second. What is this? When this happened, I really didn't understand why this played out like this. I think I was trying to make like a subtle adjustment with where he was standing. The ball was a little more to the left and like severely overcorrected, and the Pirates take advantage. Base hit right field. Gonzalez all the way home. 3-0 Pittsburgh. So I've let things go from bad to worse in the second inning. And now the Pirates take a 3-0 lead. And we've got some work to do. Austin Gomber also coming off of a pretty good start now with a rocky second. Bottom 2, and that is off the plate. David Geronimo draws the walk. That brings up Trey Turner hitting .200. And that fastball gets the strike 3 call. Don't like it, but got to be protected with 2 strikes against that kind of pitch. Dom Nunez gets the start today. Day off for Johnny Schaefer. Base hit right field. Rockies have 2 on for Colton Welker, and that one almost hits him. That'll wake him up. 2-2. This is in the air to left center, not hit very deep, and the catch is made. Rockies can't answer. We've had trouble putting up offense early in games. Third inning now. Austin Gomber facing Harrison Bader. That one's ripped to left field. Another curveball. Even with 2 strikes, not trying to throw it in the zone. He just doesn't have command of it yet. Hayes at the plate. That's in the dirt, and Hayes chases for strike 2. That's the changeup. 2-2 on the ground, and right at short, routine play. Gomber has some really good pitches, but you really got to be careful with when you decide to throw that curve. Fly ball left field, a 0 here for Gomber, much needed. And Colorado looking for some offense. Here's take 2 for Bryan Reynolds. On the ground, right at second base. Nothing doing through 3. JT Ginn cruising. So we head into the 4th inning. Runner on first, nobody down. Gonzalez right back up the middle. A little flip to second, and the Rockies turn 2. Gomber has a couple quick innings in a row as we go bottom 4. Devers at the plate. Turns on the fastball. It's launched to right. Hit pretty well, but not well enough. Even in Coors, the ball is just not flying for us today, but base hit here for David Geronimo. That brings up Trey Turner, and it's almost an instant replay. Back-to-back singles for Colorado. Brendan Rodgers at the plate, and that's taken low. He gets ahead, 3-0, and Ginn walks him. The bases are loaded. Big spot here for the catcher, Dom Nunez. The 0-1 is chopped to short. They got the out at second, and they turn 2, keeping the Rockies scoreless. Another close call for the offense, but things just aren't coming together like we want. To the 5th inning. Gomber facing Ginn. He gets ahead, tries to strike him out, but just cannot get the call. This at-bat went on far too long. 3-2. Ground ball to the right side and through. Okay, you can't have a long at-bat there against the pitcher and then stay in for a 3rd trip through the order. That's enough for Gomber today. Not the start we were hoping for, but I think there are good glimpses. And I gotta stop throwing his curveball. So in comes Touki Toussaint, his 3rd appearance of the season. Runner aboard, ground ball to the right side. Will get the out at second, and that is all. Harrison Bader next. Slider up a bit, but it is a strike. 1-2. That's more like it. Got him with the curveball. I do think Toussaint's curveball is pretty effective. Facing Colin Moran, Toussaint falls behind. Gets the outside there to even things up. Or rather, run it full. And then a ground ball to the right side as Toussaint gets us through the 5th. But going to ask a lot of our bullpen now in this game, with the Rockies still not able to get on the board. Here's Garrett Hampson coming off the bench. 2-0. Ground ball over at 3rd. Good pick, and the throw in time. 2 down for Brandon Nimmo, 0 for 2. And that's down the line, a fair ball. Into the corner, extra bases for Colorado with 2 away. I feel like we do this a lot. That'll bring up Bryan Reynolds. Fouls off the sinker, and he falls behind 0-2. That's through the right side, a base hit, and Nimmo will pump the brakes, and that is absolutely the right call. That'll bring up Rafael Devers. 1st and 3rd, 2 away. That's lined into right center field. Colorado's getting on the board. Nimmo scores, and Reynolds is waved around. Relay throw, not in time. Rockies get 2. And Devers is still at second. David Geronimo trying to tie the game, and he pops it up. Got a fastball right down the middle. But hey, a 2-out rally that actually comes to fruition. 3-2 as we head into the 6th. Next out for the bullpen, Michael Givens gets Hayes to chase the slider. 1-1. Now the fastball blown by him at 97. 2 strikes. Got him again! 95 at the knees from Michael Givens. That brings up Franklin Labor, 2 down. And Givens having some issues finding the strike zone suddenly. That one's fouled off. We have a full count. Left it up and smashed into left field. A 2-out single. Gonzalez up again, and slider way off the plate. Another one misses. 3-2. Lined over first, and a fair ball. That's going to get into the corner, and here comes Labor around third base as the Pirates go up by 2. Sir Anthony Dominguez comes out of the bullpen. We're going to the triple digits now with his fastball, and he gets ahead of Barrera quickly. And that is strike 3 looking. But the Pirates increase the lead. Rockies got to show they're good for more than 1 inning of offense a night. Colton Welker with a drive to left field. This one's back. It has a chance, but it's caught right in front of the fence. Still 4-2. Dominguez gets another inning ahead of Newman. Got him again. Fastball at 99. Harrison Bader, he'll fall behind 0-2. Another chase, this time with the slider. Sir Anthony Dominguez dealing as we go bottom 7. Off the bench, Dom Thompson-Williams. And the umpire says that hit him. Might have gotten a piece of the cleat. I wasn't able to get into replay and really see, but he will reach. And here's Brandon Nimmo. That's a drive to right, and Nimmo has tied this game. Just over the fence and right, and it's a 2-run blast. Change up, top of the zone. You gotta take advantage of that. Brandon Nimmo showed good power for us a year ago, and I think he could have a chance to hit around 30 this season. I think overall we're off to a little bit of a slow start with some players. But there we go, all tied up after a rough start to the game. 3-2 to Rafael Devers, and he takes a walk. David Geronimo chases one in the dirt that gets away from the catcher, and Devers is up to second base. Geronimo trying to take the lead for Colorado, but he chops it to the right side. Devers advances, and there are 2 away, which means Trey Turner has a chance to deliver some offense. And it's a ground ball to the right side, right at second, and we will go to the 8th, all tied up at 4. We had to go through a lot of the bullpen in this game. Dallas Keuchel enters, and that's a base hit to left field. Ke'Bryan Hayes with a line drive to right, down for a base hit. 2 on quickly. Yairo Munoz with a bunt over at Devers, and both runners advance. That's it for Dallas Keuchel, a 3-pitch outing. Not what I had in mind, but I don't want him out there late in the game tied with runners in scoring position. We're going to Jose Alvarado, and he quickly gets ahead of Franklin Labor. 0-2. Ground ball right at Turner. Everybody stays put, 2 down. Nick Gonzalez now with an opportunity for the Pirates. And he too falls behind. Good sinker. 2-2. Chopped it right at first base. Alvarado gets us out of trouble. Big pitches in those 2 at-bats, and we're still tied. Bottom 8. Sean popping out of the bullpen. This is Colton Welker, the rookie, looking for his first big moment as a Rocky, and it'll have to wait. Nothing for Colorado in the 8th as we go top 9. Alvarado stays in. Bullpen definitely feeling the fatigue here in the 9th inning, and Alvarado falls behind. 3-1. And it's hammered to left field. A cannonball to left. It's gone. And the Pirates have taken the lead. Jesmuel Valentin, a pinch hit home run. And the Pirates shocking Colorado here in the 9th. And we do have to go to another pitcher who wasn't fully rested. Scott Oberg, ground ball. He's going to take care of this one, but we're going to the 9th, trailing by 1 now. Huge hit by Valentin. What a moment for him. Pirates looking for the win. We're going to our bench now. This is Ty France, who actually leads the team in home runs early on, but was getting a day off here due to fatigue. Lucky call there. France ahead 2-0. A drive to deep left. This ball is gone! Ty France ties the game! Number 5 on the season. What an answer! These teams trade pinch hits, home runs in the 9th inning. And again, we're tied. This time, 5-all. But we still need to decide a winner. Kyle Crick still in the game, and he falls behind Brandon Nimmo. 3-1. Low taken ball 4, and Nimmo reaches for the 3rd time. And that'll bring up the former Pittsburgh Pirates, Ryan Reynolds, with the game-winning run standing at first base. That one is in there. Crick really needed a strike, and he gets it. But now misses low with the slider. 2-1. Way upstairs, and Reynolds ahead. Devers awaiting on deck. That's fouled off. Pitch at the knees. And now it's full. Payoff pitch from Crick. That's a drive hit high to left field. This one's carrying, and Brian Reynolds has walked off the Pirates! Against his former crewmates, Brian Reynolds wins it for Colorado. What a finish! In one of the most exciting 9th innings we've had in a long time. One of the best games of the series and an instant classic moment. That is what franchise is all about right there. That is why I never get bored of this. What a win for the Rockies. In a season of 162 games, you're going to win a bunch, you're going to lose a bunch, but still, when you can take one like that, it is so rewarding. And for me, so much more enjoyable than the walk-off in Detroit, Michigan yesterday. That win fueled us to a sweep of the Pirates, and the next game also was a walk-off win. I believe, if I'm reading the box score correctly, Connor Joe walked us off on the next day. And then we win it late again. We just have a thing for the dramatics here against the Pirates as we sweep them 8-6 in the finale with 4 runs scored bottom of the 8th inning. Rockies off to a 7-5 start. The wins continue going into the Phillies series. This was a 5-3 ball game. Brian Reynolds goes yard again. And I would like to end the episode with a little bit of player lock action here against the Phils. I want to start it off with Johnny Schaefer, who did not play in the first game just due to rest playing catcher. And so far this year, he's only hitting around 200, and the ratings aren't headed in the right direction. If it doesn't get corrected soon, I probably need to send him down to AAA, because the most important thing is that he continues to develop into a franchise catcher. And here's a big swing for him in the 2nd inning against Philadelphia. Very nice double. But I knew it was going to take some time for his offense to come around. And if it means he has to play a little bit more at AAA, that's okay. I'm not going to be in any kind of rush. I want to see him, get a few weeks to figure it out before I make a move. But so far, I think his defense has been very good. He's thrown out a lot of base stealers. And in the games I've played, his offense has been decent, but we need to see him do well in the played games, in the simmed games, and for the ratings to be headed in the right direction. Here in the 5th inning, after reaching on an error, he's moved around to third base, and Nimmo launches one to right field, carrying all the way to his own picture on the scoreboard. Pretty cool. 1-0 Rockies. But a slow start for the offense, and eventually the Phillies take a lead. Here in the 7th inning, little ground ball to the right side. Schaefer retired. And now 5-1 as we go into the 9th. Jesse Biddle, the pitcher, and Schaefer loves hitting lefties. His ratings there are in a great spot. It's against right-handed pitchers. He still has to improve. After, 4 straight victories? The Phillies do end our stretch of fun here with a 5-1 victory. Not much offense in the game for Colorado, as our only run was partially created by an error, so don't love that. Not the best outing for Yanni Chirinos, and I want to go through one more game. Right now in our starting lineup, the only player who's on a cold streak is actually Rafael Devers, who was obviously magnificent in the spring, and then homered on opening day. But he hasn't done a whole lot after that, hitting under 200. He does have a few homers, and I'm not really worried. It's just he's off to a slow start. It has to carry on for a bit longer before I'm too worried about it. But hopefully we see Devers become that offensive force we've been looking for. We need someone that can bring home a lot of runs and hit the long ball for us. We've been missing that. Phillies up 4-2 here in the 3rd inning, facing Zach Wheeler, a full count, and Devers with a hit to right field. So that's a 2-hit day for Devers. Had some good swings here in these player lock games. Trey Turner's also off to a much better start than last season. Not really showing a lot of power, but he's reaching base. Doesn't do it here, but it does seem like he'll be better than his first year with the Rockies. A lot more scoring going on. We go to the 6th. It's 6-9. Devers, the deep center. This one's going to be caught. And one more chance to make something happen. We'll head to the 8th inning. Vince Velasquez on the mound. And Devers chases one in the dirt. Curveball still fooling me all the time. The Phillies end up taking 2-3 against us. And that brings us to an 8-7 record on the season. It's been a fun start to the year. We'll probably get to a little more simulating and speed the pace up a little bit. But I hope you're enjoying the episodes to this point. And I want to end by showing you a trade offer the Rangers sent me, because I really think I want to accept this or re-offer it to them. Basically, this would be a swap. Nick Solak for Garrett Hampson. They're both 29 utility players. Hampson's a bit faster. I think Solak's a better hitter. That's not a bad trade. It might be good for both teams to try and give both players a change of scenery. What do you think of that? Let me know down below if we should consider adding Nick Solak to the team. I don't know that we'll make any more moves here early in the season. I want to see what happens with our pitching, because a lot of players have struggled out the gate. Jose Alvarado now has some pretty bad numbers, along with Alex Colomé and German Marquez. We'll see if it gets to the point where I feel like we have to add somebody outside the organization. I hope we don't. I think we have a lot of good pitchers, but time will tell how good this year's version is. But this episode, the hitting did get better. That's moving in the right direction, and if that can continue, we're going to be competing with the Padres and the Dodgers in this tough NL West. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. That first game, I love getting games like that to work with. There's nothing more fun for me than having an amazing game to showcase in an episode. But that is it for today. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below, and the Rockies will be back again soon. Have a great day, everybody.